Hi friends, it's time for class. Is it stretchy like putty?
Hello, how are you? I'm fine, how are you?
If we haven't met before, I'm Mrs. Kamen. If we have met, hi friends, it's great to see you and I'm so glad you're here. What are we going to learn about today? I'll give you a hint. It's part of our body. It's inside of our heads and it's working right now. Think, think, think. What do I think with? My brain. Our brain. Our brain. The brain? Why would we learn about the brain? Well, with your brain, you can learn anything. Yes, anything. You should be good to your beautiful brain. Will you be good to your brain? Good to your brain, good to your brain. Will you be good to your brain? Good to your brain, good to your brain. You will? Great, because brain right inside your head tells you to eat or to go to bed, helps you remember all your friends' names or how to play your favorite game. So please be good to your brain, good to your brain, good to your brain. Will you be good to your brain, good to your brain, good to your brain? Will you be good to your brain? How can you be good to your brain? That's a great question. The first thing we can do to be good to our brains is feed our brains. Do brains get hungry? Not that kind of feed. We can feed our bodies to feed our brains. And our brains love healthy fruits and veggies. What's your favorite fruit? Yum. How about vegetables? Sounds delicious. Do you know what is really yummy brain food? Blueberries. I love apples and sweet potatoes. Have you ever had a sweet potato? They are so good. Lola even likes sweet potatoes and carrots. Yeah, she's a healthy dog and she's feeding her brain. The second thing we can do to be good to our brain, protect it. How do I protect my brain? Well, if you play a sport that could be hard on your head, or you ride a bike, or a scooter, or skates, wear a helmet. That's right. Wearing a helmet can protect your brain. Do you know a sport that wears helmets? Football or hockey, even baseball players, when they're up to bat, wear a helmet to protect their heads. That's good thinking. Okay, the third thing you can do to be good to your brain, give your brain a workout. Do brains like to do push-ups? Not that kind of workout. You can give your brain a workout by doing puzzles, games, art, or music. Do you like to do puzzles? Maybe put together Legos, play with magnetiles, play a board game with your family, sing, play an instrument, do some art, draw, paint. Those are all amazing ways to be good to your brain. Okay, the fourth way that you can be good to your brain is move your body. Moving your body is good for your brain. It helps make your body strong and healthy and your brain. What's your favorite way to move your body? Oh, that looks like fun. You could hop up and down. You could play head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You could play Simon Says. I'm going to show you a really easy way to move your body that is super good for your brain. Where are your ears? Here's mine. There's one. And there's the other. Take my hands and I'm going to cross my body with my hands and find my other ear. Do you see my hand went across my body? And with my other hand, I'll go across my body, find the other ear. Now I can do that with my shoulders, my elbows, and I can work my way down to my knees and my toes. Anytime we're crossing our body like that, it helps our brain work harder, and that helps our brain grow. Our brain's a bright blue color like this. No, they're not. This is a toy that I bought. You could buy one too if you wanted to learn more about the brain. This one is squishy and it opens up. And it sticks back together with what? How is it doing that? Magnets. Have you played with magnets before? Or maybe magnetiles? I love playing with those. What's cool is they stick together. They're connected. Who's someone in your family? Yes, you're connected to them. And you might be connected to a class, a team, your neighbors, your community, to be connected to. Just like those magnets are connected. When we're connected to people, we think about them. We feel feelings for them. We talk to them. We listen to what they have to say. We care about them. And that's made possible because of our big, beautiful brain. Okay, let's open this up and see what's inside. I see lots of parts of the brain. Now, this doesn't have all of the parts of the brain. This is just a simple toy to get started. And I think it's great to start small when you're learning something new. So we're going to start small with 3 main parts of the brain. Let's find out more of how we use our brain and the different parts and what they do. Before we start learning, I like to put on my thinking cap. My thinking cap is the way I like to think about my brain. My brain is already in there, but I like to tap, tap, tap on it and just tell it, I'm ready to learn. Tap, tap, tap. Put on my thinking cap. Let's do that together. Tap, tap, tap. Put on my thinking cap. Oh, wait a second. I have a thinking cap to show you. Here it is. It's my thinking cap. Oh, someone made this to look like a brain and I love it so much. So it's my thinking cap. I'm going to keep this on while I teach you about the brain. So the brain that you have right inside your head right now is working. You can't see it. You can't feel it, but it's working. Okay, the first part of the brain I want to teach you about is the cerebrum. Cerebrum. Let's open up this brain and see where the cerebrum is. Right up front, there's the cerebrum. Now, when I heard the word cerebrum, I thought of a person. Cerebrum. Cerebrum is like the boss of the brain, and he has to tell his workers, the 4 lobes, what to do. And when they do their jobs, they say, yes, sir, Cerebrum. So this song is to the tune of the Noble Duke of York. Have you heard that song before? It goes like this. The noble Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Oh, look who's here. It's Lola. Hi, Lola. Lola, did you want to come and be in the class too? Okay. Where's your brain? Oh, I'll talk to her about it later. Cerebrum is the big brain. He knows just what to say. He helps me see and hear things or smell or touch or taste. You can find him way up front. He has 2 equal sides. He helps me plan my days and what I do at night. Cerebrum. Cerebrum. Way up front. Right up here. Do you see it? Tap the front of your brain. Tap, tap, tap. Say, hi, Cerebrum. Cerebrum has a big job to do. Did you notice in that song that he helps with our senses? Is your cerebrum working right now? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Then your cerebrum's working. Nice job, Cerebrum. What is something you can see where you are right now? Me? You're right. What else can you see? And is there something you can hear? Me again. Yeah, you're listening to me. Maybe something else is happening around you that you can hear. Something outside. Something in the room that you're in. What is something that you can smell? What is something that you can touch? You can touch your head. What's something you can taste? Maybe you can have that for a snack. Let's find out who else has a job in the brain. Let's open it up and look inside. We already talked about the front of the brain, cerebrum. Let's look at the back of the brain. The cerebellum. Cerebellum. Now, when I heard that word, I thought of another person. Cerebellum. Does that sound like a girl's name? Sarah? Do you know anyone named Sarah? I do. I have some friends named Sarah. So let's close this back up and look at our brain. This is the cerebellum in the back of the brain. Let's find out what the cerebellum does. This song is to the tune of the Oscar Mayer jingle. Cerebellum is the little brain. She helps me move or stand. Oh, I can kick a football or catch one with my hands. She helps me balance on my toes and touch my fingers to my nose. Cerebellum makes my day by helping me go run and play. Cerebellum, you have a big job. You help me run and play and move and stand and balance. Have you ever tried to balance on one foot? Oh, have you ever played head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes? You have? Then your cerebellum was working extra hard that day. Thanks, cerebellum. Okay, Lola, are you ready to learn about the last part of the brain? Give me a high five. Thank you. Okay, here we go. We started in the front of the brain with cerebrum, and in the back of the brain, the cerebellum. Now we need this little part right here, and it is the brain stem. What else has a stem? A flower? Yes, the brain has a stem too. Isn't that cool? And it's little, but it has a big job to do. Let's find out the name of the brain stem. Medulla. Let's say that together. Medulla. Medulla. Let's put this back together and look at it on the brain. There it is. Here's another song, and this is to the tune of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Have you ever been to a baseball game? If you have, or you've seen one on TV, then you probably heard this song. Medulla is the brain stem. She's small, but don't count her out. Without her, we couldn't breathe. She helps us cough and she makes us sneeze. Achoo! She tells our hearts to keep beating and where our blood should flow to. Oh, she's one small stem of the brain with a big job to do. Wow, the medulla does all that? Are you breathing? Yeah. Is your heart beating? Yes. Did you have to tell your body to do that? No. You know why? Because the medulla did it for you. Isn't that amazing? To tell us to breathe or cough or sneeze, to get the blood where it needs to go in our body, and to keep our hearts beating. All of those things just happen. Medulla is pretty cool. Okay, now that we learned about 3 main parts of one amazing and beautiful brain, let's find out if you remember. Now, before I ask you a question, just know it's okay if you don't know the answer. It's okay not to know things. We're all learning. Little learners, big learners. We started with the cerebrum. And in the back of the brain, we have cerebellum. That brain stem is called the medulla. Medulla. Yes, that was awesome. Everybody kiss your brain. Thanks, brain. Thanks, brain. Keep making those connections. Keep learning new things. Be good to your brain. And come back next time so we can learn something new and make our brains grow. Hi, friends. It's time for class. Oh, hi. I was just getting some rest. I was feeling really tired, so I needed to take a nap. Do you take naps? Sometimes? Do you know why your body feels tired? It's kind of like hunger. Has your body felt hunger before when you wanted to eat something? Well, when our body is tired, that's kind of like feeling hungry. Our brains tell our bodies that we need sleep. Why is it important that we get enough sleep? Before we learn more, you know what I like to do. Put on your thinking cap. Tap, tap, tap. Put on my thinking cap. Tap, tap, tap. Put on my thinking cap. Is your thinking cap on? Are you ready to learn? Okay, let's go. Sleep is really wonderful for our bodies and for our brains. When we get enough sleep, we feel better. We're able to learn new things easier and remember those things later. Our moods will be better, and hopefully we won't get as sick. Our bodies can heal and grow at night while we're sleeping. It's really important to get rest. And kids need between 9 and 12 hours of rest. It might seem like a lot, but that's because your body and your brain are growing so much right now. And if we don't get enough sleep, it's like being hungry for a long time. And our bodies and our brains won't work the way they're supposed to. It's going to be harder to learn things, harder to remember things. It's going to affect our mood. We're going to be crankier and grumpier, and we might even get sick. Oh, hi. I was just getting some rest. We need rest. We get tired, don't we? Yeah. What's a way that you know that your body is tired? Yawning. Yes, yawning can signal that you're tired, but it can also be because your brain wants to wake up and focus on what you're doing. Or it might mean that it wants to cool down. What? Your brain can get too hot? Some scientists believe that we yawn because our brains are getting too warm, and it helps to cool them down. When we are tired, our brains can heat up, not so that they're hot to the touch, but just warm enough that signals our body to cool it down. And yawning is one way it does that. Cool down, brain. Does everybody sleep? Yep, everybody needs sleep. Even animals. Right, Lola? Lola's resting. You think of any animals that are nocturnal? They are up during the night and sleep during the day? I can think of one. An owl. Have you ever seen an owl? They are quiet flyers, and they have great eyesight. Are you nocturnal? No. Do you know some animals that sleep all through the winter? Yes. Bears? Bears hibernate. Bears like to get cozy, cozy, cozy and sleep all winter. Oh, I wish I could do that. It's so cold where I am right now. It'd be nice to just wake up when it's spring. You know what else hibernates? Bullfrogs. Hibernate starts with an H. Hibernate. There's another word that starts with an H that we're going to talk about today, and it has to do with sleep. So let's find out how our brains help us rest. Hello, I'd like to learn more about the brain. Oh, hold on a second, my friends are here. Wait a second. When I go to sleep, doesn't my brain go to sleep too? Go to sleep, little brain. Shh, the brain is sleeping. Just kidding. The brain doesn't sleep, it's always working. So why do we need sleep? Sleep is like plugging in a tablet or phone to a charger so it can do its best work. If it's not plugged in, is it going to be able to work for a long time? No, it's going to run out of battery, run out of energy, just like your body. So when we plug it in, we get enough sleep, and we are good to our bodies and our brains, then they can work better. And who doesn't want that? Is there a part of your brain that helps us sleep? I'm glad you asked. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, remember, last time we talked about 3 main parts of this big, beautiful brain. The cerebrum. The cerebrum is like the brain boss. And the cerebellum. Cerebellum helps you move and stand and balance. And medulla, the brainstem. And that helps you breathe and cough. And it even helps you sneeze. Achoo! Excuse me. There's so many parts of the brain. In the middle of the brain. In the middle of the brain. In the middle of the brain. Way down there in the middle of the brain is the part that helps us sleep. Let's learn the name of it. Oh, it's really big. The part's not big, but the name is. It's called the hypothalamus. That's a really big word. Can we clap the parts of that word? Let's clap the syllables in hypothalamus. Let's do it again. Hypothalamus. Let's do it faster. Hypothalamus. Do it again. Hypothalamus. One more time. Hypothalamus. That was 5 whole syllables. Hypothalamus. Wow. Big word. Small part of your brain, but really important. Let's find out in a song what the hypothalamus does. Okay, because hypothalamus has 5 syllables and so does hippopotamus. I thought we'd sing this to the tune of, oh, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Okay, here we go. Right in the middle, the little hypothalamus with a really big job. Oh, I thank my hypothalamus for working. Let's see what the hypothalamus can do. It takes my body temp. It keeps me warm or cool. I need my hypothalamus when I'm hungry for food. My hypothalamus helps me sleep too. Let's sing that slower. Oh, I thank my hypothalamus for working. See what my hypothalamus can do. It takes my body temp. It keeps me warm or cool. I need my hypothalamus when I'm hungry for food. My hypothalamus helps me sleep too. Oh, thanks, hypothalamus. I needed that rest. Are there ways to recharge or rest your brain besides sleeping? Yes. Get outside. Taking a walk outside is one of the best ways to recharge your brain. Even better than watching videos? Yes, even this one. When you're done with screen time, see if you can go to a park or go on a walk, or maybe just walk around the house outside and come back in if it's too cold. It's really cold where I am right now, but if I bundle up and wear snow pants, boot, coat, and hat, and put on my mittens after that, then I could go outside. Even going out for 5 or 10 minutes all bundled up is still great for my body and my brain. When I'm outside, I use so many parts of my brain. I move my body. Thanks, Cerebellum. I use my senses by seeing and hearing things. Thanks, Cerebrum. And I'm breathing. Thanks, Medulla. All of those parts of the brain are working at once. It's amazing. Lola, isn't the brain amazing? It's amazing. Yes. What are some things that you think you could see when you go outside today? Oh, great. If I went outside right now, I would see my neighbors' houses and cars driving by and snow on the trees and the ground. Do you have any snow where you are right now? What is something you think you could hear if you went outside? Yeah, if I went outside right now, I would hear cars driving by. I would hear kids playing, dogs barking, probably Lola barking. Do you remember the name of that part of the brain? Right in the middle of the brain that helps us sleep. And it makes a sound. Hypothalamus. 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 Hypothalamus helps your body sleep. Do you need sleep? Yes. Do you always want to go to sleep? No. Even if your body doesn't feel like resting, you know it's the best thing for you, so you can be your best you tomorrow. Staying connected helps you be the best you. What are some things you like to do before bed? It's good to have a routine. Routines are just doing the same thing so that your body gets used to it. And then your brain will tell your body, it's time for bed. Some people like to take a bath. Then get into warm PJs. Maybe listen to some soft music, read stories, tell each other about your day, and then turn out the lights and go to sleep. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling you're growing inside. Hi, friends. I was just singing about feelings. Why do I have a brain and not a heart when I'm talking about feelings? That's a good question. I'd love to tell you. Don't we feel feelings with our hearts? No, that's not the job of the heart. It's the job of the brain. That brain is always working. It sure has a lot of big jobs. And remember, the brain likes to talk to the body.
Hello, how are you? I'm fine, how are you?
Do we feel things in our brains or our bodies? Both. Have you seen the movie Inside Out? That's a great movie that shows that we each have emotions or feelings inside of us, and we can feel one at a time or more than one. Some of the very first feelings we feel are joy, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, and surprise. With any of those feelings we're feeling, we need to do 3 things. We need to name it, name the feeling. We need to sense it. What's it doing in our bodies? And we need to ask it what it needs. What can we do that would be helpful right now? The first thing we need to do when we practice our feelings is to name the feeling. And instead of saying, I am sad, we can practice saying, I feel sad. I feel angry, because we are not our feelings. Let's play a game. I'm going to show you how I'm feeling and see if you can name it. I feel sad. If you're sad and you know it, you can frown or cry. If you're sad and you know it, you can frown or cry. If you're sad and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're sad and you know it, you can frown or cry. I feel angry. If you're angry and you know it, you can stomp. If you're angry and you know it, you can stomp. If you're angry and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're angry and you know it, you can stomp. I feel happy. If you're happy and you know it, you can smile. If you're happy and you know it, you can smile. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, you can smile. I feel disgusted. If you're disgusted and you know it, you can say yuck, yuck. If you're disgusted and you know it, just say yuck, yuck. If you're disgusted and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're disgusted and you know it, say yuck, Yuck. I feel scared. If you're scared and you know it, tell someone, help. If you're scared and you know it, tell someone, help. If you're scared and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're scared and you know it, ask for help. Help. I feel surprised. If you're surprised and you know it, say wow, wow. If you're surprised and you know it, say wow, wow. If you're surprised and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're surprised and you know it, say wow, wow. Here are a list of lots of emotions from A to Z to the tune of Alphabet of Nations by They Might Be Giants. My kids loved this song growing up. Anxious, brave, confused, disgusted, embarrassed, fearful, grouchy, happy, irritated, jealous, kind-hearted, lonely, or mad, nervous, overwhelmed, peaceful, queasy, relieved, or surprised, tense, uncomfortable, vexed, worried, exhausted, yucky, zealous. That's a lot of emotions. And we can feel one or more of those at the same time, and lots throughout the whole day. There are so many feelings we can feel. Do you have big feelings sometimes? Me too. It's okay to have big feelings because all feelings are okay. Let's say that again. It's okay to have big feelings because all feelings are okay. Some people call feelings the language of our bodies. Our brains tell our bodies how we're feeling. It'll show up differently in our bodies for different people. Use your senses. Discover if your heart is beating faster or your mouth is dry, if your tummy hurts, or if your hands are getting sweaty. Those are different ways feelings can show up in your body. Like if we're nervous, our bodies might feel scared. Our tummies might hurt. Our hands might be sweaty. Our mouth might be dry. If you're happy and excited, your body might feel like your heart is beating faster, or your tummy might feel like there's butterflies flying around in it. When you're happy, you might smile. You don't think, well, I'm happy, I should smile. No, it just happens automatically. That's what's cool about your brain, telling your body what to do. When you're sad, your tummy might hurt. Your eyes might fill up with tears. Your body might feel like it has a weight on it. When you're angry, your body might feel like it's getting warmer. Your heart could be beating faster. When you're excited, your voice might get higher and you might sound like this. Excited. Do you know, friends, that two people could be in the same situation and feel two different things? Like if someone saw Lola and they had a bad experience with a dog, they might be scared and say, I don't want to go by her. But somebody else had a good experience with a dog and they saw Lola, they might be happy or excited and say, can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Lola loves to get pets. But not everyone is okay with petting a dog. Some people feel scared around dogs, and that's okay. Whatever feeling you have is okay. Right, Lola? Yeah. If you were asked to come sing a song in front of a bunch of people, you might feel scared. But that's a different kind of scared than if you were outside and a lion was running at you. Now that we've named the emotions and we have sensed what they feel like in our body or how our face might show that emotion, then we need to ask some good questions. Do you need help? Do you want to be heard? Or do you need a hug? Or maybe just a break and take some deep breaths. Help? To be heard or hugged or take a break? Those are good questions to ask when you're feeling a big feeling. Now, grown-ups, you can do this too. First question, do I need help? What could help me right now? Do I need a snack? Do I need a nap? Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to ask someone to help me? Then, heard, would it help to share with a friend or a parent? Tell someone what's going on and how you're feeling and what happened to make you feel that way. You know, I like to share when I'm happy or excited, but when I'm sad or I'm angry, it's harder to want to share. But if I tell someone else, they're going to be happy that I shared with them. And it's good practice for feeling our feelings. Little learners and big learners, we can all use practice. And the third question, do I need a hug? Or do I need to take a break and take some deep breaths? If you like hugs and there's someone there to hug you, you can ask for a hug. If you don't have someone there and you like hugs, give yourself a hug. I wrap my arms around and squeeze and hug. I wrap my arms around and squeeze and hug. I wrap my arms around and squeeze and that's a hug. I wrap my arms around and squeeze and hug. And I can do that with a toy. I wrap my arms around and squeeze a toy. I wrap my arms around and squeeze a toy. I wrap my arms around a toy and squeeze and that's a hug. I wrap my arms around my toy and squeeze. And I can do that with my pillow. I wrap my arms around the pillow and squeeze. I wrap my arms around my pillow and squeeze. I wrap my arms around my pillow and squeeze, and that's a hug. I wrap my arms around my pillow and squeeze. Remember, if you need a hug, you can give a hug to yourself, or to a toy, or to a pillow. I love hugs.
Emma loves hugs too.
I know you do. And if you just need to take a break, then practice taking deep breaths. I want you to imagine that feeling that's rolling around inside gets trapped by your breath when you breathe in. Got it? And blow it out. And let that emotion, that feeling, go right on out with your breath. Let's try it again. And if that doesn't work, keep asking those questions and see what works for you. Remember, all feelings are okay. We all get hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. And sometimes we do things that we don't want to do when we're feeling those big feelings. You might need help tying your shoes, and you might feel frustrated. You might need help fixing something that broke, and you might be angry. Ask if you need help, if you want to be heard, or if you need a hug. And then take some deep breaths. Blow that feeling out. Keep trying and practice and see what works for you. Remember, try to use the words I feel. Then explain what happened to make you feel that way. You can even describe how you're feeling in your body. Someone who cares about you wants to know how you're feeling. Who is someone who cares about you? Great. Tell that person how you are feeling, even if it's a big feeling. I bet they will be happy that you told them. What else could you do if you're still feeling that big feeling? Some things that could help you are getting outside, getting some fresh air, going for a walk, playing a game. We can use our bodies to tell our brains to calm down. So what part of your brain tells your body how you're feeling? Amygdala. 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 It's a teeny tiny part in the brain, just like those other parts we learned about. Remember the hypothalamus? The amygdala actually works with the hypothalamus and some other parts in the brain to help us with our emotions. Let's sing a song about that. Singing a song always helps me remember things. Lots of people have different feelings about spiders, either fear or excitedness or somewhere in between. I thought we'd sing the song about the amygdala to the itsy bitsy spider. The amygdala is in charge of feelings, fear and anger and anxiety. Let's do that again. The amygdala is in charge of feelings, fear and anger and anxiety. That's right. The amygdala is in charge of feelings like fear, anger, and anxiety. And it will tell our body what to do. Remember, our brain talks to our body. And in a situation where we're afraid, our amygdala will talk to our body and tell us if we should stay or if we should go. It goes, woo, like an alarm goes off. If you saw a big dog like Lola running at you and you like dogs, you might decide to stay and pet the dog. If you saw a big dog like Lola running at you and you don't like dogs, you might want to run away. And that would be your amygdala telling your body what to do. Now, the amygdala, along with a few other parts of the brain, are part of the limbic system. Limbic starts with an L. And limbic, to me, sounds like limbo. Have you ever played limbo? It's where there's a bar and you try to go underneath it and it gets lower and lower.
Hello, can you go? Hello, can you go? Hello, can you go?
So that's a way I remember that the limbic system helps with our feelings, because my feelings can make me feel really high or really low. All feelings are okay. Bye, little learners. Then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Train your brain by making mistakes. Train your brain? Not that kind of train. Training our brain means trying something new, making a mistake, and trying again. It's as simple as that. That's how you train your brain. We know that learning new things makes our brains grow. How does making a mistake make my brain stronger? Wouldn't it make our brains get smaller? Nope. Your brain can stretch and grow. Is it stretchy like a rubber band? Is it stretchy like putty or gum? Anytime you try something new, you're making a new connection. Something in your brain called neurons link together. And you can keep going and keep practicing. But if you try to learn something new and it gets hard and you decide to give up, the connection isn't made. There's something missing. But if you try something new, it gets hard, and instead of giving up, you try again, you make a connection. And when those connections are made, it makes your brain stretch to give it more room to learn new things. And when those connections are made, there is no end to what you can learn. Can my brain learn to jump rope? Well, our brain does tell our bodies what to do. So yes, it can learn to jump rope, and you can learn anything with your big, beautiful brain. Remember, your brain tells your body what to do. And if we try something, even if it's hard, our brain likes to take notes. When you do something, it is learning what worked and what didn't. So the next time you do something, it remembers, and it'll get easier for you because your brain is great at remembering things. See, your brain works kind of like a computer. It saves lots of information up there. Everything you've done, it keeps track of. And if something was hard for you, it keeps track of that too. If you keep trying, it will remember what worked and what didn't, and you will get better. That's progress. Progress are those little steps it takes to learn something. What is something you can't do yet? Some of you might not be able to tie your shoes, zip your coat, write your name. But those are things that you will keep trying and learning. It's part of growing up. Like if you wanted to play soccer, your amygdala would make you feel like playing soccer. Your cerebrum would tell your eye to see the ball. Cerebellum tells your body to move and stand and balance, to move your leg, to move your foot, and to kick that ball. It's all working together. Your brain wants to grow, and you can help it. The more you try it, the stronger those connections will be, and that is how you train your brain. So the next time you make a mistake, don't worry. It's part of learning and growing. So just make those connections and train your brain. let's sing a song about some of the different things you can learn with your brain. 1, 2, I could tie my shoes. 3, 4, I could help with some chores. 5, 6, I could learn new tricks. 7, 8, I could learn to skate. 9, 10, my learning won't end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Can you sing that with me? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, I can tie my shoes. 3, 4, I can help with some chores. 5, 6, I can learn new tricks. 7, 8, I could learn to skate. 9, 10, my learning won't end. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, never give up, never give up, even if my body says no. Never give up, never give up. I'm training my brain to grow. Never give up, even if my body says no. Never give up, never give up. I'm training my brain to grow. I'm training my brain to grow. Now, if you want to learn more about your fantastic elastic brain, you can get a book called Your Fantastic Elastic Brain by Joanne Deek and Sarah Ackerley. It's a great book that has lots of information in it about this very thing, about making mistakes and how that helps your brain grow. Good job, brain. Let's sing another song about the brain. This time, this is to the tune of If I Only Had a Brain from The Wizard of Oz. But you do have a brain. What can I learn about with my brain? I could learn parts of a flower, turn seconds into hours, and which clouds bring the rain. In my head I have a reason I can learn about the seasons. It's my big beautiful brain. And I can learn about the colors, sort one shade from the others, and neatly write my name. My thinking capo, it's my noodle I can sing. I can doodle with my big beautiful brain. I can learn about the oceans, my feelings and emotions, or what's inside my veins. And I can reach behind my guessing, I can learn any lesson with my big beautiful brain. You can reach beyond your guessing, you can learn any lesson with your big beautiful brain. Great job, brain. Remember to subscribe and like for more fun videos. All about the heart coming soon. Bye, little learners. Remember, friends, you can learn anything. Check out my other videos to see what else you'd like to learn about. And come back next time when we'll learn something new and make our brains grow. Bye, little learners. Lola wanted to wear the brain hat.